Hello, everybody. Let's start Unit 12, Lesson 2. This information is in your Grammar Explorer textbook on pages 383 to 390. We are going to learn and practice the suppletive forms of short adjectives, the suppletive forms of long adjectives, and questions with suppletives. So don't be scared of that word suppletive. It's a fancy grammar word. You'll see very shortly what I mean. So let's start with suppletive forms of short adjectives. The suppletive form shows that one person, one place, or one thing is different from others in some way. So look at this example. Roberto is the tallest person in his family. Tall is the adjective here. That's the oldest building in the city. Notice how you see the, then the adjective plus est, the tallest, the oldest. So, in the first example, nobody is taller than Roberto. In the second example, no building is older than this building in the city. So, for one-syllable adjectives, you only add est to the adjective. My sister is the youngest sibling. Young is the adjective. It's one syllable, so we add est, the youngest. She is the smartest student in the class. Smart is the adjective. It's one syllable, so we add est, the smartest. When a short adjective ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, CVC, we double the final consonant and add est. That is the biggest dog that I have ever seen. Big, consonant, vowel, consonant, B-I-G, so we double the G, the biggest. Her dad is the thinnest person in their family. Thin ends in H-I-N, CVC, so we double the N, the thinnest. So let me remind you, you must always use the with the suppletive form, and the goes before the suppletive form. So this is a bad example. This is not correct. Dilma is youngest in her family. No. We're missing the. Dilma is the youngest in her family. Remember, there are always irregulars, and some adjectives have irregular suppletive forms. He thinks the Dodgers are the best baseball team. So good is the adjective, but the suppletive form is best. So remember, it's good, better, best. That is the worst hamburger ever. So the adjective is bad, but the suppletive form is worst. So remember, it's bad, worse, worst. Spain is the farthest that she has ever traveled. Far is the adjective. And remember, we change it to farthest because it is irregular, the farthest. Okay, let's look at long adjectives now. So, for the long adjectives, 2 or more syllables, you need to put the most before the suppletive form. For example, his car is the most expensive. So expensive, remember, is 3 syllables, expensive. So we cannot add est. We put the most expensive. She is the most intelligent person at the university. Intelligent, 4 syllables. So we add the most intelligent. And California is the most famous state. Famous, 2 syllables. So we can't add est. We say the most famous. When a long adjective ends in consonant plus y, you change the y to I and you add est. For example, that test was the easiest. Remember, easy is 2 syllables. Easy. It ends in sy, so we change the y and add est. Easiest. She is the prettiest girl in her town. Pretty, 2 syllables, ends in consonant y, so we change the y to I and get prettiest. Our dog is the friendliest ever. Friendly, 2 syllables, ends in ly, consonant y, change the y to I, add est, the friendliest. Okay, let's look at questions now with suppletives. Remember, the verb comes before the subject in yes-no questions with be. So if I give you this sentence, this museum is the best one. How do you make a question? Well, you reverse the order. Is this museum the best one? So you put the verb be in front of the subject. You are the oldest person in your family. How do you make this a question? Are you the oldest person in your family? Again, the verb be comes before the subject in yes-no questions with be. And remember that the word order in a question does not change when a question with who or what asks about a subject. So here's a sentence. She is the youngest person in the class, and I want to make a question about the subject, she. So we change she to who. Everything else stays the same. Who is the youngest person in the class? Deserts are the hottest places on Earth. So I want to ask about the subject, deserts. So I use what? What are the hottest places on Earth? Okay, you're ready to practice, so please do your classwork now and then turn it in on Canvas. Thank you.